Hi, it's Brigida Limford here, sharing with you my tips and tricks for hosting a successful shake and share. Now, I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. When I signed up as a coach, one of my big concerns and things that I was just dead set on was not hosting a party. I love some of the different products and companies out there like Scentsy, but I have never hosted a Scentsy party for my friends who were Scentsy representatives or whatever you want to call them, because I never wanted to make my friends feel uncomfortable and make people feel like I was pressuring them to buy something from me and just feel awkward inviting them to my home. So I was really, really hesitant to host a shake and share because it was the first time I had ever done anything like that. And honestly, the only reason why I even, decided to do it was because I had this transformation. I had lost a total of 55 pounds, and I had my friends asking me constantly, all the time, what have you done? How did you lose the weight? What are you doing? Share your tricks, tell us what you've done. And until I actually signed up as a coach, I was way too embarrassed to tell people what I was actually doing. I was just like, oh, thanks, and then I changed the subject. So nobody really knew. So I agreed to do a shake and share at my house. And I signed up on a Thursday as a Beachbody coach, and I decided that the next week on a Tuesday I would have the shake and share. So I did a couple things right off the bat to make sure that people came. And one of them was telling people I was going to start right on time, and then I was kicking them out of my house in 30 minutes, like 15, 20 minutes. I was going to be done, and then I was kicking them out of my house. And I did that because I felt that so many people are like, well, I don't want to go to this party and be stuck there for like an hour. That's always what goes through my mind when someone invites me to a party. So I told them it was going to be quick. We're going to start right on time. I did it at 8 o'clock, so I told them go get your kids to bed, come over, and then I'm kicking you out of my house. So I told them it was going to be short, and I held to that. Another thing that I did was telling people, okay, so everyone's been asking me what I did to lose weight. This is what I'm going to share my story with you guys. Some of you have heard me talk about Shakeology now here on Facebook, and I'm going to have Shakeology there for you to try out. So, I gave them a little introduction on, what they could expect. So I created an event on Facebook. I invited all of my friends to come to that, and then I sent them a text, or I called them to see if they got to tell them, hey, I just sent you this invite on Facebook, go look for it. So I didn't just, I followed up with people, not just through Facebook, but on the phone. Because a lot of people don't check Facebook as much as we do. So I wanted to make sure that they knew about the invite. Another thing that I did was putting people in charge of different things. So I decided to make the Shakeology no-bake cookies. And I also made a bunch of different types of Shakeology. So I didn't just have chocolate or just have tropical. We didn't have vanilla back then, but I would make all the different flavors if you can. And what I did was I put people in charge and told them, hey, I'm having this party at my house Tuesday night, and I totally want you to come, so you're invited. But I need a platter, and I don't have a platter. So can you come to my party and bring a platter with you? Okay, I didn't need a platter, but I felt that it was a way to get someone committed to come to my party. So I would use the platter, and I put my cookies on it. I called another person and asked them for a tablecloth. And I'm like, hey, I'm doing this party, and I really need some cute tablecloths, and I remember coming to your house, and you had some really cute ones. Can you bring them with you? Come to my party. Just come, bring them with you, and I'll throw them on my table real quick. And so I did that with a ton of things, anything that I could think of to get people to come. So I also did that with picture frames. So I printed off the ingredients for all of the Shakeology flavors, and I printed off those little recipe cards that you get with your Shakeology. with the different, ways that you can make it. And I also printed off, so those were the big 8x10 frames. And then I also printed off the recipes for the different ways that I was making the Shakeology that they were tasting, and trying out. So I made like Shakeology plain chocolate one, and then I also made a chocolate with peanut butter and a half a banana in it. So I wrote that out and did like a little 4x5 frame. So I would ask like one friend and I'd be like, hey, I need frames. Do you have big frames? And I just ask them all for like a white or a black frame. And even if someone was like, yeah, I have like 10. I'm like, oh no, I just need one more. And then I'd call 10 more friends and be like, hey, I need a picture frame. So I just put as many people as possible in charge of something so they felt obligated to come. Totally, I don't know if you want to call that manipulative or whatever, but it worked. So I had a lot of people coming, which was great. And I even got a lot of platters and like the tiered cake stands and stuff like that. And I just put all of the Shakeology in little tiny Dixie cups, like small ones. And I'd put them on the different platters so it looked all cute. And then, so that's what I did with that. That just got people committed to come and, helped them show up. And then when we got there, we have a basement, so I had everyone downstairs and we watched it. I just shared my story. I started right on time. I shared my story, told them what my experience had been with Shakeology, what it had done for me. And then I told them, okay, I'm just going to go upstairs. I'm going to make this Shakeology. I'm going to put on this video for you while I'm making it. And I went upstairs and I made the Shakeology. I had my mom and my sister come over and help me, and they brought some different blenders and we made it all together at the same time. And my mom and my sister put everything together while I was downstairs, because it took maybe 10 minutes to share my story and explain what it was. So that's what I did, and I feel like it went really well. I had like 17 people come. A lot of that was from following up with a lot of people and being like, hey, I sent you this invite. I'm having a party on Tuesday night. I don't know if you get on Facebook very much, but did you see my invite? And just following up with people and making sure that they saw and that they were planning on coming and getting people committed because they were bringing something. And then another thing that I did after the Shake and Share that I feel really helped me was I followed up with everyone that I had invited who said, they wanted to come, but maybe their kid was sick or they had some meeting or something like that. So I would send them a text the next day or a couple days after and just tell them like, hey, I don't know if you are interested in trying out the Shakeology, but another one of my friends wanted to come last night and she wasn't able to, so I'm taking her a sample tomorrow during lunchtime. I'm going to be right by your house if you would like me to bring over a little to you as well. And they're like, oh, are you sure you're gonna be right by me? And I'm like, yeah, no, not a problem at all. So for like the next couple days, I was making one extra shake at lunchtime, and I was dividing it in quarters or thirds, and taking it around to 3 or 4 more people, so they could try it out and they could taste it. And I just put it again in a Dixie cup, cover it with saran wrap, and drive around. And I told everybody that I was taking some already around, even if I didn't. So that was my way of getting Shakeology and introducing that to my friends at the beginning with my successful Shake and Share. And I'll be honest that not everybody signed up right off the bat. There were a lot of people who, had to wait and see. But from that, I've had a lot of those people that were there at that first Shake and Share that are now coaches on my team and are now customers, but they weren't right off the bat. So I didn't have 17 people there and 17 people sign up, even though I expected it. That wasn't the case. But anyways, those were my tips for having a successful Shake and Share, and it worked really well for me, and I hope it helps you as well. Good luck.